Hello, it is 11:40 p.m. This is January 5th, and this is Jamie Richardson speaking. And tonight we are going to try to do an official commentary on our latest release, the HeelerZ Jamie Son's latest release, diarrHea of diarrhea. Lovely title, of course. With me, of course, is ZON Richardson.
Hello, this is ZON Richardson. Thank you. Yeah.
And, there's also our cousin from Ireland. A newcomer named Pat T. O. Richardson. And say hello, Patty.
Hello, how you doing? Glad to be part of this. It was nice of y'all to let me be part of this.
Oh, no problem. We were so glad to have you on here this time, Patty, and it was a great addition to our album here.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Patty. You really shined on the song, and again, I apologize to you for it only being one song that you were on, but believe me, we're gonna try to get you in there for some more stuff. As time goes on, obviously we're going to try to record some more shit and see if hopefully, and I keep saying too much.
Yeah, you do.
You're fucking...
Yeah.
So anyway, I guess what we're going to do is, we had Jamie start the thing out here, but I guess, anyway, so we're going to...
Do you want me to do it? ZON has no fucking control over anything. What would you do without Patsy and me, ZON?
Fuck if I know. I guess I would still live in my own head anyway.
So anyway, could you get it going there, ZON?
Yes, so now we're going to try to do some sort of a commentary on the diarrhea of diarrhea. Let me just sync it up here. And this is, well, announce the first song. The name of the first song here is a song called Death Street Tango, and this is about the truth, basically. It's just about walking up and down the street over these last few years here, 219th Street here, with the dogs, with a series of dogs. A couple of them are now gone, but we have Beans here.
Hell yeah, we've got Beans.
Oh yeah, Beans is such a sweetheart. I absolutely love her.
Yes.
Yeah, she's really something else. We got really lucky with her. But, ZON, would you mind, possibly syncing that up, please?
Yes, sorry. Alright, so here we go with, our latest album release, diarrhea of diarrhea. This first song is called Death Street Tango, and this is just about the truth. This is just about the fact that we would rather pace up and down this street right here for the rest of our lives than deal with fucking humans. So it's pretty much how we wrote this one. And also, a lot of this song in particular, and one other song that we'll get to later, was very much just laid down, well fucked up, on the fly, and we didn't fix a whole lot of it. We just...
Yeah, we well, for all of our parts, we just let it just become what it ended up becoming. I mean, we just didn't care like where the song was going. We were kind of letting the song like take us somewhere instead of us trying to take the song somewhere. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's a nice concept for sure. Oh, you guys,
Yeah.
is it okay if I smoke a cigarette in here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Shit, we're smoking stuff in here, so go ahead.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I do the snooze. I used to smoke a lot of cigarettes, but, I kind of quit. I'll still have one once in a while, but I pretty much don't do it anymore, but I do the snooze now.
Yeah, he does that natural tobacco in a pouch stuff that's supposedly a little bit less harmful, which I think so. I think it is.
That's good. Yeah, I've heard of that. A Swedish snooze, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and
Do you smoke too, Jamie, or?
um, well, I used to, and every once in a while I still do. So, actually, shit, tonight's probably gonna be one of those nights anyway, isn't it? So, we might as well just all light up, eh?
It sounds good to me.
Yeah, we got enough cigarettes to go around. So anyway, let's get this fucking thing going. Diary of Diarrhea, the first song, Death Street Tango. I think I've already explained most of the whole first song, so let's just get it sunk up and listen to it, and then we can.
Yeah, we can just move on with the next one, and we'll talk about that when we get there.
Exactly.
It sounds good. Let it roll.
Okay. Here we go. Death Street Tango. And we started out with just saying motherfucker, and I don't know where it was going, so that's why we had.
Yeah, that's why we ended up doing like the start over thing. Like some bands do that where they like start over. You know, it's on. Turn it down a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, I know it's gonna end up being louder on the recording.
Exactly. There we go. That sounds good.
Does that sound okay yet?
Yeah, I think we're there. So, is there anything else you want to say about this song, son?
Shit, there was something on them, damn it. I always fuck these commentaries up. Just, like, every time I listen back to it, there's, like, more that I realized there was way more that I wanted to say that wasn't mentioned.
Yeah. So, well, just, think deep there, son, and try to come up with it.
Yeah, come on, son. Get it going there, buddy. I'm gonna light this up, okay?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. In fact, hey, would you have an extra one of them, Patty, by any chance?
Oh, sure.
Thanks a lot. Are they menthols? Oh, that. Menthols.
Yeah, menthols.
Oh, that's fucking great. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so I guess this song, there was something I did want to mention. One other thing I want to mention about this damn song, I can't remember it now, but it's, oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. Jamie, when this whole fucking song started with you, with that chorus that you're doing with the T.I. and Rihanna song, right?
Oh, yeah, totally. We should probably mention that. This whole thing, we were just sitting here, right, one night, I was sitting there. I'm listening to Live Your Life, the song Live Your Life by Rihanna and T.I. And I start just kind of like humming this along to that song, and it kind of, I don't know, maybe I was drunk, but it kind of seemed to make sense.
That's great.
And so I ended up, I guess, did I record it again, song? Or?
Yeah, I think we like went back and threw the recorder on or something, and I think you were wearing the headphones and.
Yeah, I had the headphone. I had the Skull Candy earbuds on.
Yeah, the Skull Candy earbuds, which, by the way, is how this whole album was mixed.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. I don't even own a pair of studio headphones or anything like that. One of these days I'd like to pick some up, but to this day I have nothing but, pretty much it's just the Skull Candy earbuds that I mix this whole fucking thing with. It was like between that and just listening to the stereo speakers.
Oh, no kidding. Well, it seems like it came out pretty good. Like your quality is... Shit, the fucking quality is to me, you can hear everything, the treble, bass, it's all there, it sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it came out pretty good, song.
Yeah, not too bad, actually. And, so, like I said, this song is just kind of developed into what it is, which is...
Just all of them, really, though, right?
Yeah. That's really how every one of them is done. It's just, we don't know what the hell we're gonna do. It just happens, Right?
yeah, it just, I don't know, I mean, like, we just kind of sit here and throw ideas around, and but, you know, Zon, you should also mention, um, the whole premise of this album. It's how, you know, like, it started with the commentary last year, you know, and all that.
Yeah. It started. Yeah, it's this whole idea of this album kind of started last year when we were doing commentaries on the Fourth Christmas, which came out last year. Well, yeah, that's actually 2 years ago, 2014, end of 2014.
Yeah, I mean 2014.
But in the midst of those commentaries, we discovered that we were, you know, while we were trying to talk about the Fourth Christmas, we also kept going back and forth on the whole debate of whether or not Jamie and me was two people, and so that just kind of became the premise of this album. Is a lot of it was just like talking about that.
Yeah, and well, that and other things. And we're on to the next songs on.
Oh yes, here's a song. The next song, it's called "Fuck Fucking," and yeah, exactly.
Fucking. That's pretty,
Yeah, well, it's an idea we had about writing a song about not fucking, you know?
Yeah, like, who the fuck writes a song about not, you know, there's 99% of all songs that are written are one way or another about relationships or fucking or that kind of thing. So we kind of had this idea of writing a song about not fucking. Like, don't get yourself into trouble and shit, right?
Yeah, and well, the main, I guess, the premise is kind of sort of about, like, basically, fuck, man, we try to target everybody. That's the whole premise. This is our dark album. This is our dark turd diarrhea fuck everybody album.
Yeah.
that's great. That's fucking great.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Anyway, so what were you saying? We had, this idea of, like, writing a song about not fucking and like, these dumbass people and, right? And,
yeah, and, it was amazing. Really, it was mostly, like I said, we tried to target everybody, but yeah, but we tried to we were mostly targeting just like these dumbass guys that go out and have to go get laid and so they try to go mac on some chick and and they just feed some chick a line of fucking bullshit. Most people are full of fucking shit, especially these kind of guys. And, and so the whole thing was just about, like, them going out and macking on some chick and feeding her a bunch of bullshit, and so she believes it. She buys into this crap. So the guy gets laid, they fuck one time, and the chick gets knocked up. Right? And so, now, like, the rest of this guy's life, he's got to deal with all this, or, well, I know there are some guys.
Yeah, there are some people in our lives that we know that have gotten in these situations and still just fucking totally bailed out of them. And, yeah, whatever to that, but, yeah. So.
Yeah, so. Anyway, I'm taking a drag of a cigarette there, too.
Alright, let's smoke up.
Yeah. So, it was just about making fun of, like, these dumbass assholes that, just gotta get a piece of ass. One night, they get laid one time, and then bam, now the chick's pregnant, they gotta deal with all that fucking shit,
Don, you should turn this one up a little bit.
Yeah. I apologize in advance, my volume ranges were not perfect here on this album, so I will turn it up.
Thanks. Just a little. I guess that's all right. There's a. Turn it down just a little bit, Don. Okay.
All right. How's that?
That should do. Yeah, I think that's pretty close.
All right, cool.
So anyway, this is. Should I?
Go ahead. Go ahead and do it.
You want me to announce it?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, This next song is a song called Boone Didn't Need You, and it is obviously dedicated to our late great Boone, our blue healer. And actually, this album we started recording we started working on it like last June or so, when Boone was still around, and so and we should have mentioned that about Death Street Tangles on, is that we mentioned the dogs, because now we have Beans. Beans is the only dog here, and but when we wrote Death Street Tango, Boone was still here, and so that's why we mentioned dogs, not dog, right? Plural.
Oh yeah, plural, singular, not or plural, not singular.
Yeah, right. And so anyway, this is basically a tribute to poor Boone, and also Keisha and Fishy and all of our late great family, and primarily our non-human family members, primarily those three, Keisha and Boone and Fishy. And it's also, and what else is it, son? You should explain this part.
Well, the other part of this song is it's a flip off to the ex-wife, who first of all abandoned Boone because Boone was he looked up to her first, and she's the one that left him to me. So it's just kind of a fuck you to her, and in pretty much every way, shape, and form we can imagine.
I'm sorry to laugh.
Don't worry, go for it. Go for it. Patty, you want to laugh too?
Well, I guess so. What am I laughing at?
Just the whole...
Oh, sorry. Alright, look, I didn't want to be rude, but... What the hell? Give me another cigarette and a beer and I'll be laughing more.
Right on, Patty.
So yeah, that's Boone Didn't Need You. And yes, those are more Facebook fucking notifications, but we're not getting back to that bullshit until this commentary's over.
Fucking right. We're on a mission now.
There you go.
So that was the whole thing on that. I like how how you mentioned the plants too. We actually.
Yeah, there's lines. There's a little bit more to the song actually that we should mention. First of all, tribute to the late greats. A fuck you to the ex. And we also put a couple lines in there for Beans, who is God bless her, is with us now. Beans is our baby now. So there's a few lines about how she kind of sends out her fuck yous too, because she was in a similar situation. She was basically abandoned by her whole family, and that's why she ended up here. And
yeah, and that poor baby. She went through a lot too,
Oh yeah, it's the poor. There's so many of the animals that get neglected and get shoved aside because, the fucking, humans are number one, It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
It's on. Next song.
Oh yeah, so this is the next song. This is a song called The Neighbor's Creepy Neighbor. Yeah.
What the hell?
Well, we basically wrote this kind of from our neighbor's point of view, what we think is our neighbor's point of view. Like, we think that there's a good chance that they think that we're fucking nuts because, we'll walk up and down the street damn near every night here talking to ourselves, and they don't know that we have this whole Richardson family here.
No. And...
Yeah, and so anyway, I wrote this song. This was one of two songs that we started writing in June. There was the Tango, Death Street Tango, and Neighbor's Creepy Neighbor that we started writing before July happened. And in July there was, we lost Boone July. We also lost Cousin Steve, and just it was not a good time. So the diary kind of got put off. Actually, the diary was supposed to be originally was going to be called the Puke Green EP.
Yeah, that's right, the Puke Green EP. And it was an EP. We were going to call it an EP originally because we weren't sure how far we were going to get into this thing. You know, we didn't know if we were going to just end up with a couple of songs, 2 or 3 songs, and call it an EP. But it ended up.
We ended up pushing it past a half hour. So the way I always saw it is anything under a half hour is an EP, and it would have to be at least a half hour to be considered a full album.
That sounds about right. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, so, anyway, that's what this song's about, and basically that's pretty much it. The neighbors are thinking we're who knows, for all they know, we got dead corpses in the freezer downstairs, and we're some kind of freak.
Yeah. And So, do you also want to mention how this song pissed you off?
Yeah. Yeah, and this, by the way, I also need to mention, you're right, Jamie, is that this song, I hate this song, alright? Yeah, I hate this song. This song was the biggest fucking pain in the ass on this whole album. The last song on this album, the diarrhea, the title track, that song is over 10 minutes long, and that thing was a piece of cake compared to this. It was just an annoying fucking bitch. I hate this song.
Why do you hate it? Why do you hate it so much?
I don't know. It just... Well, for one thing, I could not adjust the volume on this thing to save my fucking ass. Even towards when we got to the end of this damn thing, I had pretty much everything else tweaked, as close as I could get it. But this song was just overly loud, and I mean, the whole album's supposed to be loud, but at the same time, I was trying to adjust it with the rest of the volumes of the rest of the songs, and I mean, I turned the fucking thing down half. I had the volume half as loud as the other songs, and it was still too loud, and it was just
It drove him nuts, Patty. It's just such a pain in the ass for him, and I didn't know what to say, it was just...
I'm sorry to laugh, but that's hilarious.
Go ahead and laugh. Anyway, I hear another song.
Yeah, you better. Yeah, next song's on.
You want to do it?
I'll do it. This is a song called Your Mom's Old Piano. Actually, you should probably explain this one, son.
Okay, this is a song that ended up being called Your Mom's Old Piano. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. It's just, it's another fuck you to the ex-wife song, to be honest with you. And it's one of 2 songs on here that feature the old 60 to 70-year-old piano in the breezeway there that was left to us through, I inherited it through my divorce. She left, and actually she didn't take too much from the house. And this piano was her mom's. And before that, it was her mom's parents' piano. It was my ex-wife's parents' piano. Back when my ex-wife's, not her parents, but her grandparents' piano. Back when, my ex-wife's mom was fucking, just a little kid. And so we decided to stick it to it a little bit by recording a couple tracks actually with the piano. Even though I know the thing's out of tune, my friend JB came over here one day and heard it, and he played it a little bit. He's like, this thing's out of tune, but I can tune it. I'm like, hey, go ahead,
Yeah. And, so, it was just a weird thing. It was therapeutic, though, right?
Yeah.
Actually, you got a couple tracks of the piano on D-phrase, too, right? D-phrase. Make sure I'll say it right, so I can make Zon laugh. There you go, Zon, laugh.
You fucker.
I get him every time with that, Patty.
What's with that, just the way you say it?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Well, shit, you guys ought to be laughing at the way I sound when I say a lot of things, too.
No, we're not.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Patty, it's just because we love you.
No. I know, we love you too. Oh,
Yeah, okay. Um, the, this is Patty's song, son.
Yes, here we go. Patty, do you want to announce it, Patty?
okay. I can do it. This is a song called, Donahue, right?
Yep.
And this is the one that I sing on. I do, I guess, like some sort of an Irish jig kind of thing.
Yes, actually, Patty technically is only a year old, because,
Oh, you're right. You're right.
kind of started last year with the Fourth Christmas. If you listen to the last part of Fourth Christmas, where you hear, go ahead, Patty, do it.
Shit, how did it go? Oh, we're gonna do that. We're gonna try that later, but for now, and then it goes on to Jamie, right?
Yeah, and then you stop, Patty, and I start going, for now, we got to do this. And then we do the, waking alone on Christmas Day. And that whole part of the Fourth Christmas, yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. And anyway, this is a song I wrote. It was originally called "Stop Breathing Already." It was just I decided to write some gruesome shit, so I tried to write a song about murder. And I don't dedicate that to anyone, as far as anyone knows.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we know, son.
What do you? Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I guess where you're going with it.
Yeah. So anyway, I was writing the lyrics on this thing called "Stop Breathing Already," and I needed to rhyme something with shit. It was either the word "to" or the word "you." And I wasn't coming up with anything, and then all of a sudden I thought of, like, these people that do crazy fucking shit to get on talk shows. And even though I really like Donahue, I don't know if Donahue's been a talk show for the last 20 or 30 years. Who cares if it's old?
Yeah, who cares if it's old news? It made the stories on it, made the lyrics, right?
Yeah, pretty much. And so I thought of Donahue. I'm like, oh, like, so it would, there was these things I had to do to you, or, I know I'm fucking the lyrics up now, but so I said, I wrote something like, I had to saw you into two, but I thought it would get me on Donahue, right?
Yeah. That's how it went, and yeah, and Patty, we gave this song to Patty, just because I don't know, I mean, we just, like a lot of things, a lot of these, almost everything that we do, it just kind of happens. We don't really, I mean, the only plan we have is that we're gonna work on something, but as far as structure, like, the songs just happen, you know?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and, and we gave this song to Patty. And so we kind of made it into this, like, Irish jig kind of thing, and we thought, well, who would be better to do this song than Patty, you know?
Yeah, except, well, the whole, that chorus part is kind of, it's like, basically, I guess, it's Jamie, but it kind of sounds like Patty to me, too.
Yeah, well, you know, Patty and me kind of sound a little bit alike. Anybody that hears this commentary is going to hear that. But, well, we're kind of related, even though...
Yeah, right. Even though you're English and I'm Irish.
Yeah, right.
We don't know what the fuck's on is.
Exactly. You guys got it.
That's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Because, hell, I don't know what the hell I am anyway. I'm like...
Yeah, actually, Patty, you're kind of like the one in between Jamie and me. You're the one that kind of connects the two of us, you know, because basically you're Jamie's the female and I'm the male, and you're...
Yeah, you can say it, son. You want me to say it? I'm a cross-gender. I'm the one that connects the two of them. One guy, one girl, one guy, whatever. For fairness, and I'm kind of the one that's, like, both, so... There you go, and the whole Irish thing just kind of happened too, right? It's just the way it is.
Yes, exactly. But, But it's been a lot of fun either way, you know, right?
It's a lot of fun, I assure you. You know, I had to say assure you just so I could say I assure you.
Patty,
What?
keep making fun of yourself. That's so funny. I'm sorry to laugh, but you're funny.
It's okay, laugh away. Do we got another song going here?
Oh yeah.
Yes, this is one of the last afterthoughts of the song. This is the other song that has the other piano, the old piano track in it, as you should be able to hear there. And this is a song called "The Duty Blues," which yeah, there you go.
That's hilarious.
Well, sorry.
Hey, fire away, buddy.
Anyway, so this song called "The Duty Blues." This was inspired by a guy I work with, and I'm not gonna mention his name, but his name is Scott, and he's my fucking friend at work. Well, he doesn't know it, but he's all of our friends at work.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he doesn't know that he knows Jamie and Patty too. He kind of knows some, but he doesn't. Well, anyway, we fuck with people. This is our entertainment, right?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, so anyway, Duty Blues. Yeah, I was talking to him one day about, like, you know, doing the album, and we're gonna call it "Diary of Diarrhea" and all that shit. And he suggested that we do a song called "The Duty Blues," and came home that day, and I was thinking I had that idea in my head, and I thought, well, you know, I still have this one. We already done Your Mom's Old Piano. We did two. A couple of weeks before that, we had gone into the breezeway and just recorded 2 piano tracks. So we had the 2 tracks. The one became Your Mom's Old Piano, which was the "Fuck You, Stick It to the Ex-Wife" song. Well, a couple of them are that.
Yeah, a couple of them are that.
Yeah. So, but I still have this one other one, which, by the way, a couple of these are actually rip-offs of Deep Freeze, and we kind of ripped out. We'll talk about that in a minute, but so he gave me this idea, and I still had this one piano track left with nothing else done to it. So, fuck it, we went for it, and it became a metaphor of half of it's kind of literally about shitting your pants, and the other half is kind of about just, like, metaphorically speaking, like, you know, you're trying to deal with life, and you're caught wiping your ass again, and you're getting delayed by, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, like you're getting delayed by just whatever it is, you know, just obstacles in life that just slow you down. So it's kind of about that. It's kind of about, you know, one of those obstacles actually perhaps being that you shit your pants and have to deal with that too, you know. So it's a metaphor, but right? It's
a metaphor, but it's you know, it works either way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. That's pretty clever. It makes a lot of sense, actually. That applies to everyone's life.
yeah. So anyway, here we are with the title track on. What was the thing you were just gonna mention? Oh, about ripping off.
Yeah. First of all, that "Duty Blues" was actually a rip-off of a song called "In Honor" that we did in 2012. Which was a song about, it was right after the ex, not long after the ex left, and it was a song about, like, living here on the street without her, and closest thing I ever came to a love song or a breakup song, which is, you know, fuck that anymore.
Yeah, we've expanded a little beyond that. I mean, I understand, Zon. I mean, you had to get it out of your system, you know? I mean, no one blames you for it.
Yeah, it's just, years before that, I always had this thing against, like, writing songs with a lot of I's and me's in them. Like, you know, like, don't write about yourself, you know, just, you know, but then after going through that shit, I started kind of realizing, like, oh, fuck it, dude, do whatever helps you vent, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone needs an outlet. And music's a good one, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so, anyway, so shit, God, there was, Your Mom's Old Piano was, shit, which one was that? That was a ripoff of a song that we did called 4am Freeze, which we did, like, shit, over 10 years ago. Under, what we used to call ourselves Morning Coffee, and then that became Zombie Transformation, and that became what is now the Healers and Jamie's On. And, if you look back, it's on Reverb, it's on Reverb, it's on the Facebook page and all that. A lot of them songs, 4am Freeze is up there if you want to check it out. It's a long, boring song that only has a keyboard part and, like a vocal and like maybe one other little track in it. It was like a 3 or 4 track thing total. And then the Duty Blues was, shit, what the hell? What the hell one was that, Jamie?
The Duty Blues was, In Honor song. In honor.
Yeah, it was a song called In Honor. That was the one about living without her either. And now this one, this is diarY of diarrhea. This is our title track. This is over a 10-minute song. And it's basically just about the truth, just about the kind of the same idea about, you know, like, part of it's about Jamie and me being, you know, the whole debate, are we one person or two? And we've kind of decided, well, we live in one person, but we're two people in our head, right?
Yeah, that's it. Well, actually, you know, we got Patty here now, so we're on to at least 3 by now.
Yeah, no doubt. Don't leave me behind, son. I feel left out.
No, I'm sorry, Patty. We'd never do that to you intentionally. So anyway, so this song here is a rip-off of a part of the thing we recorded a couple of years ago called Deep Freeze, which was our kind of just, it was a dark, how did I describe it?
It was a dark, ambient, a dark ambient, oh, no, it was dark lo-fi ambience with vocals.
Yes. I'm pretty sure that's it.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah, no. So anyway, and this is our title track. This whole thing started. I was on my lawn tractor last summer cutting the grass, listening to Deep Freeze with the headphones, with the iPod, and I'm listening to this part where it's very keyboardy, and the lyrics are different. So if you go back and listen to Deep Freeze, you'll be able to hear, you'll recognize some of that riff there. And I'm listening to this, but that version of it was just a very floaty kind of version of that, and I'm listening to it, and I start just kind of hearing in my head, along with that, I start hearing this like kind of more of a rocking version of it, where, you know, instead of the keyboards all floating stuff, I started hearing this like guitar doing the same thing, dun 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 dun, and you know, and I started hearing this fucking like like drums, you know, because the original didn't even have drums. It's just like floaty ambient. So I'm hearing this like dun 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 guitar, and I start hearing this like the drums like dun 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 dun, and that's actually that was like somewhere around maybe early September, at which point we had.
Well, we had started recording this in, like, June, because it was the first half of summer, and normally we do these projects in the middle of winter because, you know, we're cooped up in the house and there's not that much going on, so it's a good time to do this kind of thing. And so after, well, we'd done Fourth Christmas, and then, you know, and then that we did a bunch of commentaries and shit to keep ourselves occupied and all that, and then that got to be, you know, springtime, and we were ready for summer and all that, and it came to be around June, and it was like still, you know,
it was still just, it was like throughout almost the whole month of June, it was still like fucking 45 degrees and raining, and so we just kind of decided that we're just gonna sit here and
we decided that. I mean, it's basically, it's like still winter, so we might as well just fucking start working on some music now anyway. Which normally, like I said, summertime we don't do it because there's, you know, more to do, cutting the grass, taking care of outside stuff, and it's just nice, so you want to be outside more and all that, so. But it wasn't happening, so we said, fuck it, let's start working on something now, and shit, maybe by, even if we,
Yeah, we right. We just took it at our own pace, and because we weren't really in any hurry to do anything at that point, except for to just get started on something. So we just
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, and so we started doing that, and we worked on Deaf Street Tango and Neighbor's Creepy Neighbor, like I mentioned earlier. Those were the first two. But then July was a bad month. We lost Cousin Steve, so and that was just shitty. So the whole thing was just
yeah, it was just, the whole project was just put on hiatus for a while, and we just kind of didn't even think about it, and just didn't really care about it for a while. But then, like Zon was saying, it got to be around maybe, I don't know, sometime in September, mid-September, something like that. And we kind of started getting back into the swing of things, and from that point on, Zon, we really...
Yeah, we really kind of went gangbusters from that point on. For like outside of the first two, we did 6 more, and one of them was 10 minutes. Actually, diarY was the third one we wrote after the first two, before we went on to the other ones, and we ended up kicking out 6 more songs, and one of them was over 10 minutes long, and so between what the hell was it, like September to, so roughly about 3 months there, maybe. I don't think it was too much more than about 3 months. Maybe 3.5 tops. Put it all together minus the shitty month of July. I think it was about 3.5-ish months, 3 to 3.5 months of the whole thing. From scratch to the finish. So not too bad of an accomplishment for the end of 2015. I don't think by any means.
Oh, not at all, not at all. That sounds great. And again, I'd like to thank you for, letting me sing on that one, That was a lot of fun, and I'd like to do it again if you guys ever want to.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Totally. We were thinking, actually, of trying to just start writing some more shit, because we just, Zon and me just been sitting here, like, ever since that project ended. I mean... it's like usually we get it done, and then, and then we take a break. After it's done, fuck it. We kind of celebrate that it's done, and we take a fucking break from it for a while, so we're not going gangbusters trying to create shit every fucking night, and, and just get a break from it. And, we were talking just the last couple of days about how we're just, like, so bored that, shit, I mean, we just got done with this, what?
Well, it was done by Christmas anyway, so a couple of weeks. I mean, maybe about 3 weeks ago it was finalized, within a month. So, it's a weird thing. I'm kind of thinking maybe 1 month, maybe let's, inside of a month and get going again, right? I mean,
yeah, and we just thought, I mean, we're getting bored here doing nothing. All we do is sit here and drool and waste fucking time looking at fucking Facebook and shit. So maybe it would be better to just start recording again, and might as well just keep fucking going. And if we just kick out a song or two, whatever the hell it is, who cares? No big deal.
Yeah, and so I think we might try to do that if we can we got to just get back out of a lazy funk here. But we might, and we'll take it at our own pace again. I mean, if we spend the next month and a half working on one song, who gives a shit? I mean, we're not rushing into a whole album again here or anything. It was just, the whole goal was, I always try to set a goal, because if you don't set a goal, sometimes, things don't happen,
Sure.
And, so we just, it makes us kind of just kick ourselves in the ass to get moving on the fucking thing and get it going, and usually that's helpful, because we end up with more shit,
Yeah, it seems like the more you have to cram for something, the more you put out sometimes, or at least maybe, I mean, that's just at least how it is for us. It seems like we could sit here for 2 fucking years and do nothing, and then all of a sudden, within a couple months, we buckle down and belt it out. I mean, we did one song in like 1 fucking day, right?
Yeah, your mom's old piano, that whole thing, Well, we recorded those 2 piano tracks. I finally, it's something I've been wanting to do for the last couple. Well, I've been wanting to record more on that piano since we did those couple tracks for Deep Freeze, and you know,
Right.
and so finally, whatever it was, a month and a half ago or so, I got around to it. It was a weekend, a Saturday. I dragged the microphone in there. I set the whole thing up, and I said, let's just get these 2. I got these 2 things I want to record on that piano and get them down. And I think it'll be cool to just have that old piano. First of all, it's an old piano, and secondly, it's my ex-wife's mom's parents' old piano. It's probably 70 years old. And as I said, it's my friend JV heard it and said it was out of tune, but I thought, I don't care. We'll get the best quality recording we can get out of this thing. I don't care if it's out of tune. I actually call it my 87 key piano because it's 88 keys, but one of the keys is almost completely dead. It's not dead, but it's like really like it doesn't bring. It just does that, So, and so we're gonna get this thing on here, and not only because we incorporated into some of the Deep Freeze stuff. It was just 2 really little tracks we used on there, real simple tracks. But on this one, we were deliberately sticking it to the past and the fact that the ex left in this piano, and I still have my ex-wife's mom's parents' piano, and it's like we mentioned it in Deep Freeze, the legacy.
Yeah, the legacy. How, like, the piano was abandoned. There's like, it was part 2 in Deep Freeze, and
Yeah.
and how there's the legacy of the the piano was abandoned and it's just sitting there in the cold breezeway and nobody cares, but now it's up to us to carry on its legacy. It's up to us to give that piano some purpose, and it's like we feel bad for it. It's like it's not the piano's fault.
Yeah, it's not the piano's fucking fault all this shit happened, so we thought, why not carry this baby on? And maybe sometimes legacy carries on into other families, or maybe it's not always a blood related thing, like.
Hey, sometimes water's thicker than blood.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. It is. You're right. I mean, I've known, I've had some members of my own blood, my own family, completely fuck me over, whereas I've had some really good friends who I'm not at all genetically related to help me more than ever than some of those fucking family members did. For, no doubt.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, son, you think we've covered it here, or do you want to, anything else anybody wants to say? Should we wrap it up? Or, son, Patty, you got anything you want to say, or?
Well, I guess that's about it, Patty.
Well, I don't got a whole lot to say, except I really much appreciate you letting me climb on board for one of these songs here. And like I said, I'd love to do more if you guys are, gonna continue on doing anything else. Please let me know. I'm here. I'm here at your disposal. I'd love to do some more stuff. It was a really fun time, no doubt.
Thank you, and we appreciate you being on board with us too. Thank you, Patty, and thank you, Zon, and also for letting me be on here.
No problem. Hey, we're all family here, and this was a great project. I for one had a hell of a lot of fun with it. I hope the 2 of you did.
Absolutely. Zon, we did. I mean, Patty, I'm assuming you did. I didn't mean to assume for you, Patty, but.
No, not a problem at all. I had a hell of a good time here. This is, like I said, I can't say it enough. You ever want to do something like this again? I'm here. I'm ready to do whatever it is you want to do.
Great, awesome, and thank you, Patty. It's been a good project. So I guess should I close it?
Yeah, I think we're pretty much covered here. I think this is probably about as good as this commentary is going to get.
Alright, cool. So, So, thanks everybody. This has been our commentary on the HeelerZ and JamieZon's 2015 release, Diary of Diarrhea. Lovable title. We always have to mention that, right?
Of course. It's fucking genius, son. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. You know, I'm guessing that you got a little bit of Gigi Allen influence there. He sure did. Read some of those lyrics, especially, Boone didn't need you. We hope they shit on you and in your mouth too.
Yeah, fucking A.
That's clever. I mean, I don't know. Whatever. It's a good time. You got a lot of true thoughts on. It's a good venting tool. No doubt about it. You know, there's no better venting tool than art. You know, I mean, whether it's music, painting, but art in general is, it's where it's at as far as venting. As far as I'm concerned, there's nothing better than fucking some form of art for venting. You know.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, Facebook, eat your heart out, right?
Yeah, it's like,
Exactly. There's nothing.
right, there's, yeah, people do it all the time. I do it all the time. I'm guilty of it. Most of us are venting on Facebook. But, well, we do, except we do it in our music. And it's nice to be working on music. It's because it keeps us away from fucking Facebook for a while. Instead of sitting there doing nothing, we're working on that. But then, once it's all done, right?
Yeah. Then we share it on Facebook and try to torment as many people as we can. And obviously, very little people even acknowledge it, or, it goes very unnoticed, how these things are.
Yeah, it's just how the things are. Like I said, it's just, nobody gives a fuck. I mean, it's hard to get somebody to listen to some music that you did for fucking free, let alone be in a band and, come see my show and then pay $5 or $10 at the door, let alone be in a band where you're paying $100 at the door,
Yeah, exactly.
Right, yeah, no doubt. Right, I mean, shit, this stuff, I couldn't pay. Honestly, I could not pay someone, for the most part, I could not pay people to listen to my shit, let alone ask them for fucking money, or even listen to it for free, no.
You got it, exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So what do you think, son? We covered it?
Yeah, I think so. You're good, Patty?
Yeah, I'm thank you. I think I've covered, I don't know if I've got any more to say. I think I'm pretty drunk, probably drunker than you guys.
Well, I don't know, we're all the same person, Patty.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, Zon and me tried to realize that in the last year, so you're on board now, Patty, so I guess now we're working on a trio here, so, these commentaries are getting harder and harder as we are having more people within one. No.
Yeah, totally understandable. And I thank you for that, too, for bringing me on board and letting me, putting forth all the extra efforts for me to be in here, too. I'm very appreciative of that.
No problem. Patty, you got it. We're all family here. We all appreciate each other, and it's all good. So, you're cool. Don't even worry about it. We're in good shape here, all right?
That's right, Patty. We love you. All right, we're all cool here. So anyway, again, we keep running on and on here. We're on 54 minutes on. So should we? Do you want? I opened it. You close it, or do you want Patty to do? Patty, would you like to close this one?
I suppose. Okay, so it's 12:34. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 a.m. 12:34 Central Time, right?
Yes.
Central Time. That now makes it January 6th, though, right?
Yep, January 6th.
And this is the HeelerZ, Jamie and Zon and Patty, wishing you a good night, and thank you for listening to our commentary. If anyone...
Yeah, not that anyone's gonna hear it.
Yeah.
But,
Anyway, it's been fun, you guys. Thank you very much
Thank you, Patty.
Thanks, Patty, and thank you, Zon, and thanks, everybody. This was great. This was really fun. Thank you very much, and we hope to obviously continue on and hope to get a diarrhea 2 or...
Yeah, we should do a diary too. We should call it Diary of Diarrhea number 2.
Exactly.
There you go. Another clever idea for you there.
Exactly. Alright, so, I guess we bid everybody farewell and good night, and...
Yep. Good night from Jamie Richardson.
Good night from Patty Richardson.
And good night from Zon Richardson.